Hi everyone, just wanted to give you the news. If you haven't seen it already, we now have direct evidence that Joe Biden took direct payments from his brother Jim Biden in a complete money laundering scheme, and this links him to foreign investments. Democrats have been giving us hell. The media has not believed our stories. On oversight, we have been investigating Joe Biden directly and his corruption through his family businesses because Joe Biden is the brand. Well, now we have a check for $200,000 that came through a company that his brother had invested in, and they were cycling money through from foreign investments. This is the most explosive news. This news needs to be spread everywhere. Make sure you tell everyone you know. Share this video. Share this post. Joe Biden has been busted, and we just got the goods. We have the receipts, and we have an actual check that Joe Biden received directly made out to him from his brother, Jim Biden, for $200,000. Again, this check was written to him directly out of a company where money had been brought in the very same day. $200,000 was paid in from a foreign country, and $200,000 was written on a check to Joe Biden. This is corruption at the highest level. Make sure everyone knows, and we have more information coming soon.
We got him, gang. The left-wing activists disguised as journalists have been taunting Republicans for months. Show us the money. Show us a check with Joe Biden's name on it. And guess what we found? We're going to take a look at what may be the single biggest find yet for the Biden crime family. And we're going to see precisely why this may be the piece of evidence that takes Biden out once and for all. You're not going to want to miss this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, if you would, please share this video with friends and family. We are once again being censored by big tech, so I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. Also, I want to meet you face-to-face at this year's TexitCon. That's right. From November 9th to 12th, my team and I will be joining thousands of patriots in Waco, Texas, for a week of celebrating faith, family, and freedom in a movement that promises to be an arc for patriots if things go awry for us in 2024. I'll be doing a live meet and greet at this year's conference, and I hope to see as many Texas Turley talkers as possible. Let's set a new record, a huge attendance record, and show the rhinos and woke demons in Davos that patriots have had enough, and we are going to preserve a society of faith, family, and freedom one way or another. Click on that link in the description below to get your tickets now, and I'll see you all in Waco. Let's take a stroll along memory lane, shall we? Let's go back to the month of June of this year. Bumblin' Biden, during a press conference, was asked about the IRS whistleblowers and the bombshell testimony linking him to Hunter Biden's illicit business dealings. Here is what Bumblin' Biden had to say.
The bribery allegation, Congresswoman Nancy Mace says there's damning evidence in the FBI file that you sold out the country. Do you have a response to the congressional Republicans?
Where's the money? I'm joking.
Mr. President,
It's a bunch of malarkey.
Mr. President, what do you...
Yeah, so that's been called the catch me if you can response. And it's not just Biden, it's the whole of the left-wing legacy media. Democrat politicians and pundits alike have been insisting that nothing matters unless critics can show a direct payment to Joe Biden from among either Hunter's business dealings or Joe's brother's, James Biden's business dealings. They're both equally corrupt. Now, let's just take a brief moment to acknowledge the radical double standards when it comes to scandals among the legacy media. When anything involved Trump, all you needed was a whisper, a mere suggestion, an anonymous tip, and that was enough to send the legacy media into a feeding frenzy of 24/7 scandal coverage that this is finally going to take Trump down. But when it comes to Bumblin' Biden, no, we need evidence. We need hard evidence. We need a deposit or a check with his name on it from either Hunter or James. Anything short of that, and it's simply, remember this, it's simply the illusion of access to his father. It's not actual access or actual influence peddling. That's what we've been hearing ad nauseum from the propaganda peddling legacy media that would make North Korean officials blush by comparison. Democrat politicians and pundits have been saying that unless you can actually find a big payment from Hunter or Jim with Joe Biden's name on it, then you have no evidence that he personally profited off this influence peddling. Well, looky here. What do you think we found? This, my friends, is a check released by the House Oversight Committee of precisely just such a monetary transfer. It's a payment that was made to Joe on March 1st, 2018, after the president's brother, James Biden, Jim, received $200,000 from a company called AmeriCorps. Now, AmeriCorps hired James Biden, Joe's brother, to help it obtain a large investment from the Middle East using Joe Biden's political connections. This according to court documents. And so what happened is that on March 1st of 2018, AmeriCorps wired James Biden the money to his personal rather than his business account. And on that very same day, James wrote a check for the same amount to the personal bank account of Joe. Now, as Ted Cruz pointed out, it's rather hard for Sleepy Joe to claim he had nothing to do with the family business of selling Access when the check made out to him is the same amount of money James Biden received from AmeriCorps, which brought James on in order to get Middle East investments using Joe Biden's political access. But that's not all. You'll notice that the memo of the check says loan payment. Now, that's very key here because, as my namesake, Jonathan Turley, professor of law at George Washington University, as he pointed out in his article on this, loans have long been a source of controversy with the Bidens. For example, the IRS whistleblowers showed how Hunter took massive payments from corrupt foreign sources, and then what he did is he listed them all out as loans, despite the fact that there's no evidence of repayment or any standard loan agreement. In other words, Hunter obviously has no marketable skills that companies would pay millions of dollars for. He's just basically a sex and crack addict. He has no skills of any value other than being a liaison to his father. And so, in order to justify writing Hunter these big checks to get access to his father, which they can't admit to, these foreign companies' payouts, they were listed as loans. But of course, Hunter allegedly, I must say, neither paid them back nor paid taxes on the money. So so-called loans have been used by the Bidens to justify receiving tons of money despite having absolutely no marketable skills of any value to anyone. So now here's the pickle that Sleepy Joe is in right now, according to Jonathan Turley. If Joe actually did loan his brother money, that means he would have provided a payment that could have given Joe an interest in not just the influence peddling of his brother, but also the viability of this company. But if there's no evidence of an actual loan, then this check would indeed constitute a payment from an influence-seeking company directly to Joe Biden, the very thing that the Democrats and the legacy media have been taunting the Republicans to produce. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. Either way, Bumlin Biden appears to have been caught red-handed. We got a smoking gun here. The illusion of access just burst. This is actual access. Money paid directly to Biden from an explicitly influence-seeking company. Butter the popcorn. This scandal just got real. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.